Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today we are going to be doing Alliance War number 8. So we have, I believe, 5 fights this war. Sadly, one of them I lost the footage for, so I'll just kind of explain how that one went at the end. But first up we have this Elsa Bloodstone. So this Elsa, I was not very worried about. I wasn't worried about it at all. I thought it was going to be such an easy fight. But as you see here, I'm on this loading screen, and I'm going to skip ahead, but for about a minute and a half I did not get off of this loading screen. Okay, we are back to the loading screen, but I come back in the game, and I instantly check to see if I got death. It says right here I did not get death, but later we do find out it just didn't register for me yet. That did count as a death, that loading screen. And Omega Red's health got halved. So that was super annoying. Just had to deal with it, but I don't know, whatever, happens. Not very often, actually. I was going to say happens sometimes, but it's only happened to me once before, ever, so that really sucked. But we go in and take the fight. This is Vigorous Assault and Arc Overload, so while Elsa here has a regen buff, she will be unblockable. So now that's over, she's no longer blockable and I can freely parry. And right there I kind of panicked. I realized that this Elsa, or whoever this guy is, I don't know how to pronounce the name, is running Limber. So I almost really messed up that parry and heavy. Could have gotten comboed there, which would have been very bad. And this SP1, she's about to go unblockable again, which got me a little bit worried. I was really hoping that she didn't throw the SP1 because I can't fully dodge it. And the SP2, I don't believe is dodgeable. I might be wrong about that though. Lock in some more spores. I'm at 8 here. Yeah, this, oh, I forgot to mention, I brought in Omega Red, because if this, person was running suicides when they placed Elsa, I would have gotten a very, very large degen on me if, she had a bleed on her. But mutants fully ignore this degen. Turns out she wasn't running suicides, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. But, just better safe than sorry. And yeah, this fight is over. I'm gonna get a little bit of healing here, and then I got comboed, and she died. So I just lost some health at the end of that, which sucks, but I don't know. Guess I just had to deal with it. Next we have this Mojo. So I was going to bring Quake for this Mojo, but as you can see later on, I had a Korg and a Killmonger in my path, and I thought it'd be safer if I just brought Omega and Namor as backup. So I thought I could take this Mojo with Namor. And as you're going to see, he's not the best matchup. So right away we messed up and activate Dexterity. I just kind of instinctively dodged that. And this Mojo has Masochism on him, so that little bit of regen is going to be quite annoying, as you guys are going to see a few times. And here I activate Anti-Life Field and get combo. And I get the nice Shallow Wave at the end of the SP1, block it, heal up a little bit through Namor's signature ability. And now we're to use the special attacks. So I kind of want him to throw his, and I don't want to throw mine. But now I have this dexterity buff, so I'm kind of panicking here. And now that that's gone, I go and end it. And now I'm really, really trying to get this special. But he's not throwing it. Now it's use a special attack again, and I have the dexterity buff. So I'm kind of panicking here. I don't really know what to do. I'm in the corner. He's just not throwing a special. And he used a special attack again, so my RNG is just terrible. Finally got hit. I blocked a hit. Still dodging here. And he finally throws a special. I activate Imperious Rex. And here I should not have thrown the SP2. I should have just stayed in the corner. As you guys are going to see here, I am reflecting the damage from the degen. And I actually do survive it. He's at 22% here, and I'm thinking I might actually be able to clutch up this fight. Imperious Rex is now over. I'm at 16%. If he could just throw the special, which he does, I get it. But I should have blocked the last hit or gone for a backdraft intercept here. And I probably would have won the fight. But I sadly died. I made a lot of mistakes in there, and my RNG was terrible. Mojo got used special attack so many times in a row that it wasn't even fair. And so I still decide that Namor is my best option for this fight. So I go to revive him, and the Omega Red thing happens again. This revive does not go through, so I'm just going to skip ahead. Okay, now that we are at this point, the revive did go through. I had to skip ahead about a minute because I'd restart my game, but I don't really know what was happening on my internet at this point, but whatever. I'm down to 6 level 4 health potions, only a few more wars left in the season, so hopefully I can keep up throughout the rest of the season. So this Mojo's at 30% now that I activated Masochism. And my combos deal quite a bit of damage, and I'm just playing super aggressive here. I just want this fight over with. I was really annoyed that I had technically 2 deaths at this point in the war. So, yeah, I just wanted this over with. So, I can't hold block for too long, and he holds block, of course. Because why wouldn't Mojo hold block for, like, the maximum amount of time that he could? And I'm just going to block this whole SP1 because I do not want to activate Dexterity, because Anti-Life Field is up. And I realize here now that Mojo has 5 haters. So I am just going to 5 followers. So I'm just going to be constantly getting hater buffs and degenning. So I'm just going to try and kill this guy as fast as possible. I luckily get the double stun off the SP2, and I try to combo into him. And I just decided to go for it. I have my SP1 as backup in case that combo did not kill him. But Mojo's luckily dead. So now we're going to be skipping over to section 2. I have a Killmonger, a Thing, and the Korg up there. So, Killmonger. I was planning on taking Korg with Omega Red. So I thought that Omega Red's at low health and I'm down a few items, so I would just use Namor. Turns out that's not the best idea. So, we're just going to go in this fight. This is the Vigor Indomitable Killmonger. So he's just going to be regenning every once in a while, unless I get him between health percent thresholds of 25%. So he activated his Indestructible. I'm trying to parry here to get rid of the Stubborn Indestructible. And what's kind of cool about Namor is his frequent bleeds are pretty good at pushing Killmonger up to an SP2. But you're going to see that ends up being a very bad thing in this fight. And we do reflect all reverberation damage, which is really nice. And here I'm just trying to block the SP2 so I can get Stubborn off faster. And we're just casually trying to get this fight over with. And I did too early of a dodge there, and he got a few crits. Luckily, not enough to kill me. And I am at 5%, 6% now. And I just decided I gotta get as much damage in as I can. So I go for my SP3, and we're just gonna see how much damage this does. I didn't think it'd kill him, but I'm really hoping that with Namor healing off the suicides and just playing well, I could maybe beat this fight. And here I activated Stubborn. I got really scared. Luckily, I got the nice parry. And as you guys can see, we're doing a lot of damage. And I did the same mistake as earlier, and I messed up the SP2 dodge. So this is my technically 3rd death of this war. So this is probably my worst war I've had all season. I had another really bad war, but this is probably the worst now. And I was so done with Namor at this point. I pretty much sworn to myself that I'm not going to be bringing Namor back to war for a while, at least till the end of next season. But I just decided Omega Red it has to do better than Namor. And I was just hoping at this point I didn't die again. If I would have died again, that would have been very bad. So we're just going to play Omega Red normally. I did mess up the heavy there. Just going to block all those hits. I just wanted to play very, very safe. Go to those indestructible charges. And now he's healing. But as you guys can see, Omega Red is almost out-damaging the heal. And there I made a mistake. That could have been really bad. I could have gotten punished for that. And that would have been terrible. But we're just doing our double mediums and our occasional heavy attacks. So we're just playing Omega normally, and I lost all my spores, which kind of sucks, but I don't know. Just kind of have to live with it. And here I activate Reverberation, but I lock my spores again, and I don't have all 10 spores, so that regen is massive, as you guys can see. Just do my double mediums, because Omega Red's tentacle hits, he will not take damage back from. Not quite as good as Namor reversing it, but still really good. So once again, actually that's just willpower. Wow, that's a lot of willpower killing. Okay, now we are almost not quite out damaging this regen. I did get a lucky heavy counter there. That could have been very bad. I'd mess that up. Another 5 combo. And as you guys can see, kind of like Namor, I'm just constantly pushing this guy up to an SP2. I just inflict a lot of debuffs. But, I don't know. So we're just going to go back in, get those indestructibles off. And I go for a really sketchy heavy counter off that SP1. Luckily, it worked out for me. And I believe here, I just decided to go for an SP3. So if I would have thrown a little bit earlier, I would have saved some health potions and got some healing. But this ends up just killing Killmonger. But whatever, it's safer. Unlike that Elsa Bloodstone where I did get the healing, but then I lost a lot of health because I got double mediumed. So next up, we have a thing. So this is my third thing in a row. Or not in a row, like a third war in a row thing. There we go. And so far, I have died to him once on this exact node, and I was determined to not die again. I've already died a lot this war. I'm just thinking I'm not going to die. I only threw on a 10% boost. I had one expiring, but whatever. But I was so determined to not lose this fight. Both times I made big mistakes losing my evade charge early, so I couldn't get my crit buff right away. And I'm just gonna get my fury buff right away, which is good. And I lost my evade charge. I don't exactly know what happened there, but something happened and I got comboed in the face and he's at max health and everything's going wrong so far. Well, I'm launched off my SP2, got my extended duration slow up, and I have 1 charge left. So I'm thinking even if I can get this evade charge up, I have to go for an SP3 to reload my cartridges. So we're just trying to get this SP2 out of thing. He's really not throwing it, and finally he does, but it's unblockable, so I'm not going to block any of that. Also, it would really hurt if I did block it. Go for a light attack there, refresh that really long slow, and we're just going to try to get up to SP3 as fast as possible, or mostly before that slow ends. And my evade charge is back up for when I get out of that SP3, so hopefully I can get my crit buff off my SP1. But I am at 28%, so I'm not doing very well. And Stealth Suit Spidey takes a lot of damage back from suicides. He takes 80 damage and heals 66. So most champions, there's about a 3 health difference, but for Stealth Suit Spidey, there's a 14 health difference, which really does not help his case. And there I took a few blocked hits and it got my health down a little bit lower. And I refreshed my long slow after the SP3, which is nice. Got the nice shallow evade in the SP2. And I believe here we just go for the SP1. And this is going to put me down 9%. This is actually probably a bad decision. But I just decided that this would be the best play. I'm at 5% now, but we killed Thing. We didn't die this time, which was so good to see. I was so excited about it. And as you guys saw earlier, there was that Korg there. So I had an opportunity to take this Korg later on in the war, but I didn't get the recording. I thought I recorded it, but I did not record it, which really sucks. I did win it. I used every last item that I could on Omega Red, and I got the fight down, which is really good. So I only had 5 fights, and I died technically 3 times. So I had a terrible war, and we did end up losing this war. So that kind of sucked. I felt really bad. I thought I was a really big part of that death, or of our defeat. We just, once again, had a few too many deaths on our side. Other than that, yeah, couldn't really prevent anything. Once again, thank you guys for watching. Catch you in the next video.